Hello, everybody. Today we're going over fnati but a game I've been playing on my channel a lot, and I'm currently working on beating Suicide Mouse. Anyway, enough about that. There is no guides about this game on YouTube. The one video that I know of that has somebody talking about the game is by Vin Guy, and that was in the first version of the game. So, a lot of the hard mode mechanics have changed, and of course, also the addition of... So, yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and go over each character and how they work. So, for photo negative Mickey, you have to shut off cam 6 if he's on the left, and shut off cam 2 if he's on the right. So basically, he will move around the place. He starts in cam 3, he'll move to 1, and then he'll either move to 2 or 6. So he'll start here, he'll move to 1, and then he'll choose to move to either cam 2 or 6. Once he does, so he moved to 6 right here, all I gotta do is shut off this camera when he enters, or even you could do it before, and he'll go away. Now, characters do not leave immediately, as you can see. They take a second to leave, but just know you did it correctly. And also, another thing I should mention is that you can have one character or one camera off at a time. So basically, kind of like this. Yeah. So if I have this, I can switch it out for this. And you can also do it when he enters the office like this. You could have it as before, you could have it as on. Next up, we have disembodied. Shut off the camera on the corresponding side of its position in the office, otherwise it'll block your ability to stand still and turn off the lights. It can't enter the office while lights are off. So basically, how he works is exactly as simple as it sounds. He'll either appear over here, or he'll appear over here. And when he does appear, you won't be able to do this, or this, which can hinder you in some situations. However, I think he actually does stall a few characters, so I wouldn't say it's awful. There you go, see, he's over here on the left, I do this, and he's also a character that leaves immediately. So he's immediately gone, there's no few second delay. Now, in Purity, she's super easy. All you have to do is shut off a camera, it's on to prevent it from advancing towards your office. While the camera is off, its movement timer will reset. So basically, Impurity has a pattern. Impurity will go from cam 3, she'll spawn in cam 3, she'll move to cam 1, she'll move to cam 2, and then she'll move to cam 6, and once she gets past cam 6, if she gets in your office, then you're dead. So how she works is that she's right here, I shut this off, and now she is currently unable to move. So she is just hindered there and stuck there. If I do this, though, her movement timer is currently going. So if I wait a second, she'll go ahead and move to 1. Right on cue. Again, same thing. She now can't move. I turn this camera back off, or I turn this camera back on. She'll once again be able to move to cam 2. Pretty simple, easy. However, she can be a big problem at times. So just be careful of her. Next up, Acephalus. He's super easy. You do the standing still motion, however, you do it on the left side. So you see, I can stand still. For him, I just go ahead and move my mouse over to the left, hold space, and he's dealt with. However, if he's not on hard mode, he will stall if you're holding still. So let's say he's about to show up in now, and then I do this, he will stall. But once I do this, he'll leave. Easy as that. For Oswald, he'll appear in the office after a certain amount of monitor flip-ups. So he will enter the office after you flip up the camera 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And there he is. You hold space, and he goes away. The face is really easy. He's got exactly the same mechanic as the original fnati 2020, so there's really no point in talking about him. You'll hear a sound cue of the vent, and he'll come in from the top, and then you just shut off the lights, and he'll go away. So there's not really too much of a point to talking about him, but I will let the sound cues play, so you could tell. And there you go, just like that. He is dealt with, he is done. Next up, Undying, Psych. Undying is exactly the same as Goofy, except he's on the right side, so there's no point in talking about him. Now, with Hourglass here, he's a bit of a mouthful, so basically I'm going to explain it in simpler terms rather than, reading all that like I did when I first played the game. So basically, he works the same as he does in the original game, and you have to correspond your attacks, or correspond your defenses on where he attacks you from, where he spawns. So, as you can see, he's not in cam 3, 4, 8, or 9, which means he's in cam 5, which means when he enters the office, all I have to do is hold space, and he'll be gone. Boom. Now, he won't attack you from here. You have to wait till he's exactly in front of you like this to do the correct defense. So see, he is in cam 4 right now, and because of that, I'm going to wait for him to enter the office, and I'm going to shut off a camera. Cam 3 and 4 are shut off a camera, cam 8 and 5 are stand still, and cam 9 is shut off the lights. So once again, I'm now going to wait for him to enter the office. As you can see, you wait here till he gets right in front of you as you want to attack you. He gets right in front of me. I shut off the camera. He's dealt with. Next up, Mascot Photo Negative Mickey. He is super easy. All you have to do is when he enters your office, he is very odd, but all you have to do is when he enters your office, just flick your mouse cursor from side to side like this, and he'll go away. So, I'll show you a quick example. Yeah, he's that easy. Next up is Mortimer. What he does is he'll play his song like this. I put him on aggressive, by the way, which we'll talk about that in a second, just so he'll appear immediately. He'll play his song like this, and you gotta listen for the one that's got the song playing the loudest. So see, none of these play like this. You play this song, and if he was on aggressive mode, he would go away. So yeah, and the longer it takes for you to deal with him, the more the screen will saturate, and the more the song will play. So I'm just gonna let him show that real quick. I'm just gonna show that real quick and let him kill me. Alright, now for Photo Negative Mickey his is super easy. When it's in the office, shut off the last camera it was in. It's super easy, but also it is very easy to lose track of him, and if you don't know where he was, you could very easily die. So when he shows up, he'll play a sound cue, and then you have to check cams 1, 2, 6, 3, or... There you go. You have to check cams 3, 1, 2, or 6, and he'll appear anywhere from there. So see, he's in cam 3 right now. When he enters the office, all I'm going to do is... and he'll go away. It's as simple as that. So, I'm just going to wait. Boom. You're gone. Bye. And he makes that sound cue every time he spawns. Every time he spawns, he'll say, hey. And then you look for him on the cameras, and there you go. He's in cam 2. And then I'll do it one more time just to show you. And he works exactly like Photo Negative Mickey as well, where you can shut off the camera before he enters the office, and he'll also go away when he enters in if that camera is still shut off. So, example right here. There you go. Simple, easy. However, if you forget where he is, he can't be a problem. The face, super easy. He works exactly like Oswald, except he appears only when you flip up the camera 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I guess it is 3. Oh no, I guess see, there you go. 5. And you just flip up the camera again to make him go away. Now for Pete, he works exactly the same as he does in the original game. You wait for a sound cue, and then you look for the red dot on the cameras and get rid of that. So I'll let the sound cue play. There you go, that's the sound cue. And the little sound, like the kind of radio scratch kind of sound, that was the sound cue. I'll do it one more time. There you go, like that. Wait on the camera with the red dot, he's gone. Willie is super easy. He works exactly the same as he does in the original Fnati 2020. He'll appear on one of the cameras. If you look at him for too long, he will advance into his next stage. And once he gets to his 3rd stage and you look at him for too long, he will kill you. And finally, Sparky is another pretty easy character to get rid of. Sparky will make a wolf sound when Sparky enters the office, and all you have to do is turn off the lights and stand still at the same time to make it go away. Boom, turn off the lights, stand still, make it go away, it'll play that, then you shut off any camera, and it'll go away. It has 2 phases. It has one where you have to turn off the lights, stand still, and then once it does that second bark, you have to shut off a camera to fully get rid of it. Now, let's go over the hard mode mechanics. Photo Negative Mickey is invisible when he's in the office. So basically, this really has an emphasis on checking on where he is in the cameras. So there he is, and once he gets over to cam 2 and 6, I will see where he is and shut off the corresponding camera. Looks like he's in cam 2. When I hear the voice line, which, yes, by the way, he plays a voice line when he enters the office, right here. Plays that, shut off the camera, boom, he's back in cam 3. So, you just have to thoroughly check him on the cameras more. So, you just have to make sure you know where he is on the cameras better. I'll do it one more time, just for showcasing reasons. See if he goes to 2 or 6 this time. Boom, he went to 6. Wait for the voice line to play. Check cam 3. Boom, there you go. He's back. Alright. Donald's aggressive mechanic / hard mode means he will attack you from both sides. Basically meaning that when he attacks you, let's say he was over here on the right, you shut off cam 1, then move it to the left, then you have to shut off cam 5. So he attacks you from both sides, and you must shut off a cam from both sides to get rid of him. As I'll show right now. See, moved over to the right, shut off cam 1, now he's actually gone. Impurities will basically, what hers means is that when the camera is shut off, its movement timer will refill back to its cap instead of being reset, which basically means that it changes the, all it does is changes the movement timer. So how fast she can attack you when the camera is reset, it'll be, the movement timer will be at its max rather than resetting. And she'll get progressively faster the longer as the camera is off. Now, obviously, she has a cap to that itself, but she'll progressively get faster, which means, what that means is that if you leave the camera off for, her camera off for longer after having hers off, it will take her a shorter amount of time to move, if that makes sense. Now, his is exactly the same as normal, except it'll only pause if you're standing still on the left side. Oswald, his kill timer will decrease faster while you're checking cameras in the office. So basically, he's more aggressive while you're on the cameras, and so if I do this, see he's right there, and do this, yeah, there you go. He kills me quicker. That's all there is to it. The face is exactly the same as normal, except you just have to turn it off before he enters. His is Undying's is exactly the same as Bucephalus, so there's no point in talking in him. It's the same, just on the right side. Hourglass is a mouthful, so I'm going to definitely go over him. How Hourglass works is that if he's on cam 3 or 4, you have to shut off that specific camera. If he's on cam 5, you have to stand still on the left. If he's on cam 8, you have to stand still on the right. If he is, and cam 9 is no different. So obviously, I'm going to go over him real quick. That, he spawned in cam 8. So what I'm going to have to do is stand still on the right side of the office. And just to show as well, I'm going to go ahead and just stand still for a second and show you that that does not work. So look, he enters the office. I'm going to stand still when he shows up in the front. He doesn't go away. I stand still on the right. He goes away. He's on the left. I do the same thing, but on the left side. You get the point. Mascot PNMs is exactly the same as normal, except his attack timer will not pause while you're flicking your mouse cursor. So if I'm doing this, and his attack timer will still keep going down rather than pausing like it normally would. So he can still kill you while you're doing that. Now, Mortimer's, as we saw a little bit of earlier, is that he will never leave the office, and his attack timer will just reset from hitting the correct camera. So there you go, it's cam 7. I'm going to let the screen saturation run down a little bit. I'll do it now, boom, it gets less louder. And now it's in cam 10, I shut it off, and the screen saturation goes back down a bit. It's in cam 8, I shut it off. It moves to a different cam, etc. Cam 4, cam 3. Yeah, you get the point. Now, classic photonegative Mickey is really difficult on hard mode. He will move 2 times, and what makes it so hard about that is that the second time that he moves, he will not play the voice line. So you basically, he'll move twice, however the second time he moves, he will not play the voice line. So see, look, he's in cam 6 here, however that does not matter. He's going to move again, and as you see, no voice line will play. Yep, he'll move again, he's now in cam 1, and now he'll attack, and you must shut off the camera that he was on his second movement. So, boop. Boom. He's gone. Classic the face is exactly the same as he normally is. However, he will instantly kill you if you either stand still or if you either turn off the lights. As simple as that. And yeah. Pete's mechanic is that he will be on the camera, or he'll stay on the cameras 3 times. So basically, once he shows up, you get rid of him once on the camera. You have to get rid of him 2 more times. So it'd be 2, I get rid of him. He's now on 3. I get rid of him. He's now on 4. I get rid of him, and now he's gone for good. Willie's mechanic is that he will be present in 3 cameras at the same time. So as you can see here in a second, he's in cam 7, he's in cam 8, and he's in cam 2. Simple, easy. Yeah. And then finally, Sparky's is that he has a faster kill timer. Or he uses 1 kill timer for both phases, which means he works basically the same as her, but also different. Meaning that he just have less time to get rid of him. Now that we're done with all of the silent mode characters, or I'm sorry, the hard mode characters, let's get into, of course, silent mode, which also changes the game itself. So, for one, silent mode will, every hour, will kick in and buff 3 characters. Those selected characters will play a voice line when they're buffed. Show that right now. The silent effect will last 30 seconds, and a character's buff ends when their attack cycle ends, which basically means after they attack, after getting the buff, when the silent effect is already ended, then their silent effect will go away. Previously buffed characters cannot be buffed again for the next hour until the cycle is complete. So let's say Mickey and Purity and Classic Photonegative Mickey were buffed on 1 a.m. They will no longer be able to be buffed until, I think, 3 a.m. by that point. And at 5 a.m., every character will be buffed for the rest of the hour. And starting at exactly 6:30, every single character that is on will be buffed. As they will slowly, progressively be buffed at 5 a.m. till 6:30. Characters can also have silent and aggressive. Is also on power mode. Your power will decrease more and more each time. Shut off the camera where the green dot is to prevent the power from getting lower. If your power goes out, your lights will go out without you being able to do anything. So basically, power mode doesn't really work like as you would think it would. Power mode basically works like this. So there's going to be a power system in the bottom left here, as you can see, and there's this green dot. It doesn't work like the original. You shut off the green dot, you're good. However, if you don't shut off the green dot, there'll be a little line that fills up down here progressively, and progressively gets more, and it will start draining power quicker, as you can see right here. And if you don't do anything about that and you let the power run down, then all that will happen is you'll just be stuck in the dark like this without being able to turn on the lights. So it doesn't kill you like the original game or anything like that. It's just you're basically stuck in here and have to wait for your death because you're not able to do anything to a character that would require cams if they enter. So as you can see here, I'm going to show you what happens when the lights go out. Boom. I can't turn this on, and I'm just kind of stuck in the dark now. Stand still, I could do all that. Just, yeah. Now, time to go over the characters on silent mode. Silent photonegative Mickey works as usual, except you need to stand still while shutting off the correct camera to get rid of them, which also makes him leave quicker. So it is kind of cool because it does also make him leave quicker. I personally think that's nice. So see, he's gonna go here. He's gonna go ahead and enter one of these cameras. He's in cam 2. I'm gonna shut this off. Boom. He's gonna enter. As you can see, He does not go away a few seconds. I hold space. He immediately goes away. Simple as that. He's back in cam 3. To Mickey's. Donald's is, or Disembodies is I can't even speak. Disembodies silent mode mechanic is actually his old hard mode mechanic, where he will just take a second to leave after you shut off the correct camera to get rid of him. He'll take 1.5 seconds to leave after that. So if he enters from the right, I shut off the right, he'll just take a second to go away, as I'll show right now. Enters from the left, he takes a second to leave. Impurity's silent mode mechanic is that she will shut off a different camera if you have her camera shut off for more than 2 seconds. So basically, if she's in 3, I have 3 shut off for 2 seconds. She's going to laugh and shut off a different camera simultaneously. Like this. Boom. So yeah. I'm gonna wait for her to do that. See, she cut off cam 4. She does not cut off the one you're looking at, by the way. I just kind of got lucky. Yeah, she shuts off a random camera. Cam 4 again. Interesting. She shuts off a random camera that she feels like shutting off, and yeah. So on power mode, usually you do something like this. You know, you'd have the green dot right here. You do this, etc. Anyway, his is the exact same as usual, which it says you have to stand still fully on the left side to get rid of him, which honestly, I mean, it's not really much different. His silent effect, like, basically doesn't even do anything. Most of the time to get rid of him, usually when you're gonna get rid of him, you're gonna have your mouse all the way over here, and even if you don't, like, it's not that hard to just move quickly, so there's no point in going over him. His and Undying's are practically the same as normal. Oswald can now appear in the cameras while you're watching them, which is indicated by a sound cue, so I'll show that right now. Boom. He's in the office. I stand still. He goes away. Now, the face is the same as usual. However, to get rid of him, the only difference is that you have to also shut off cam 9. So I'll show that real quickly. There he is. He's going to enter the vent any second now. Boom. Come on, go in the vent. There you go. And I'll show you. Yeah. I turn off the lights for a second. Don't do nothing. I shut off cam 9. Turn off the lights. He goes away. Undying's is exactly the same as... Not exactly the same, but his is basically... he will move to a different camera. So he's basically like classic photo negative Mickey. He will move to a different camera, and he will also be invisible in the first stage of the office. So you don't know he's there until he's right in front of you. So see, he's in cam 9. However, in a few seconds, he is going to move to a different camera, which I got a little unlucky here, and he just happened to move back into cam 9. Yeah, characters can kind of just move back into the same camera they're already in. So if that happens, it is good for you. But yeah, see, like, he just moved back into cam 9, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't really show what I'm trying to show. Here, I'll do it again since he moved back into the same camera before. He's in cam 3, and then he's going to move to a different camera, which then I do the corresponding action. There you go, he's in cam 4. Now when he would enter the office, I would just do this, you know, etc. So this one is exactly the same as normal. However, he will stay in the office the whole time when he enters, and you just have to flick your mouse cursor back inside to stop his kill timer. And for those wondering about silent mode, like how do you beat silent mode? This seems insane, all that stuff. The silent effect only activates every hour. If you remember the tips, it activates only every hour. So each character will work exactly the same till 1 hour, and it also only buffs 3 characters, except for at 5 a.m. Anyway. Mortimer's is a little weird, but basically, his will basically reverse. So you have to see how much the screen is, you basically have to see how much, like the screen will just go back in saturation. Like if I do this, yeah, his mechanic is a little weird. It says right here how it works. I honestly don't really know too much of the difference. It's supposed to reverse the screen saturation until it goes back to normal, but I mean, I don't really know. It doesn't really make much of a difference. So, photonegative Mickey on classic photonegative Mickey on silent mode is pain. He is the definition of pain, as instead of only being able to go to cam 3, 1, 2, and 6, he can just go wherever the hell he wants. I'm gonna wait for him to spawn and see where he goes. Not any of these cameras. He looks like he's in 10. There he is. He's in 10. I shut off cam 10. Boop. And then when he would enter the office, of course, he will go away. There he is. Boom. He's gone. His is exactly the same as normal. However, you must hold up the monitor for 0.3 seconds. So basically, I can't just do this. I have to hold it up like this for a second, and then he's gone. Pete's is the same as normal, except he will move to a different camera every 1.5 seconds. So basically, if he's in cam 3 and I didn't get him there, so cam 3, he's gonna move. Cam 8, you just have to catch him like that, and there you go. Willie's is, he will follow you in any camera. So basically, just don't stay staring at the camera for too long, otherwise he'll switch stages, and yeah, his is pretty easy. Now, Sparky's is a bit interesting. You have to listen for the side that it plays on. So, let's say I get rid of him. You have to listen for what side the bark after you turn off the lights and stand still plays on. If it plays on the right, or left, I played on the left, it plays on the right. So here, I'll do it. As you can see, it played on the left here. I shut off cam 5, and he is now gone. I can shut off any camera I want. And I'll wait for him to come back one more time, and I'll show you what happens when you shut off the wrong camera. When you shut off the wrong camera, he instantly kills you. So yeah, don't do that. And there you go. That is officially the full fnati but dumb guide. Every single character and their normal mechanic covered, every single aggressive mechanic, and everybody covered also on silent mode.